Welcome in, everyone. How's it going tonight? Sorry, a little late on the start. My computer crashed right as I was trying to boot it up, but I actually got an error message this time, so I might have an idea on how to fix my computer now. So, might have a shot at fixing my computer, but we'll do that another time, as long as it doesn't die midstream. Rouge, welcome in. Jay Johnson, welcome in. La Bamba, no. I skipped through that part, Rouge. I went from Canon and D all the way to the end. So, the goal tonight is to play through the full song with both hands a few times. Sounds funny to me, my headphone. I don't know why. Katuli, welcome in. I think Bookums might still be playing Bill and Ted. I was in there for a while watching. It hurt to not give any kind of like explanation on anything. I'm letting him figure it out on his own. Oh, I almost forgot, guys. I can't start playing piano yet because we don't care about that right now, actually. That one's good. We got games in the mail today. And they all fit in the box. Mostly. It's a little bulge. I don't know. You can see how it's bulged up a little bit there. Well, we got a 10-pack of games to go through here. Bring up price charting so we can see if it was worth it this month. All right. Got price charting ready. Superman 64, we got that one already. So let's see if it'll show up again. Alright, so I'm going to do this without looking. Oh, they gave us a sticker. Floydomania? The card. Okay. I'm going to turn it this way. I felt a Super NES game in there. Let's start with Super NES. Okay. Oh, back label doesn't look too great already. First game for the Super NES is Rocky and Bullwinkle and Friends. Ooh. The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle and Friends. I know the NES version isn't very good. Let's look up the value of it. Bullwinkle and Friends for Super Nintendo, $12.41. Good start. Good start. Rocky and Bullwinkle and Friends. Right, next game. NES. Yep, we got an NES on top. We have an NES game. All right, who's guessing the game? Fester's Quest? We're getting another Fester's Quest? We're getting an RC Pro-Am? What do you guys think? Take a look. Road Blasters. This game's not that bad. Road Blasters. Only a $7 game now, though? That's why it's in there, because it's only a $7 game. $7.66. But Road Blasters is not bad. Okay. Next up, looks like a bunch of NES carts are in here now. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Okay. Three screw game. Next cart, NES. We have 3, 2, 1. Boom. Legacy of the Wizard. This is a great game. Legacy of the Wizard. We're getting good games this week, or this month. That's the iButt game. A classic. Legacy of the Wizard. Oh! And that one. Wow, it's so cheap still. $6.50. That is easily worth more than $6.50. Best games under $10. That's in there, in the running, you know. Next NES cart. Oh. We have Lord Malachi, welcome in. We have Renegade. A straight Renegade. For the NES. $10. $10 game. Not bad. That's my target price point right there. $10. Renegade. All right, more NES goodness. All right. Got another 3-screw game. We have Rambo. Rambo. $9.64 for Rambo. Where's Dom when you need him? All right, next up. Another 3-screw game. One's not in as good a shape on the back. We have Mickey Mousecapade. That one's popped up a few times. $8.99. Let's see. In previous months, we got Rambo before. It was worth the same. Rambo's gone down in value. Where's my previous Mickey Mousecapade? It was $7.51. Mickey Mousecapade is increasing in value. It's now up over $8. Almost $9. $8.99. Up from $7.51 a couple months ago. All right. Mickey Mousecapade. Ramon, welcome in. We're opening my video game monthly box. Looks like it's one Super NES game and the rest NES games this month. Oh, we got a sticker on this one. We've got Swords and Serpents. That's not one you see very often. Swords and Serpents. Swords and Serpents on the NES. I have never played that one. It's only $8. $8.74. One sec, the dog wants out. right. 3 more games in the box. Oh, okay. I lied. There's 2 N64 cards that were tucked on the side because I reached in there. I go, I only feel 1 more game. I got ripped off. Let's get the last NES game. Roller games. Look at that price tag. Roller games for $1.99. How much is roller games according to price charting? $13.99. All right. Yeah, I know nothing's that cheap. The old sticker on it. $1.99 roller games. And now, the box that I thought was empty had 2 N64 cards tucked on the side. Okay. Back of that one. Deathmerk, welcome in. We're going through my monthly Boxo games. Got 2 N64 cards left to check. Let's see. What do we think? N64. I'm going to say the 2 N64 games are Superman 64 and 1080 Snowboarding. Labu's on the right page. 1080. Man, now the dog wants back out in the garage. All right, let's see. First one. Turok 2. Turok 2. I think I got Turok 2 already. Did I get Turok 2? Got 2 Supermans. 1080. Yep, I have gotten Turok 2. Let's see how much Turok 2 is, though. Is for the Nintendo 64. Don't think it's the player's choice. I think it's just the regular. That's $11.46. Hard to say which variant it is. They look the same. $11.46 it says. I'll go with that number, sure. And we have one more N64 game. Anyone want to update their guess? And 1 sec. Okay. So, Ramon, it can't be Madden because I marked off the 100 cheapest N64 games as already being in my collection. Or 200 cheapest. You're allowed to say you have 200 games for each console in your collection. So, I literally went through. So, for the Master System, I checked off. There's not even 200 games to choose from. So, I just checked off anything that was under like $20. So if there is a Master System game in there, it's worth more than $20. N64, I did the cheapest 200. So like the cheapest one they can give me is probably 1080 Snowboarding, I think, like $8. Did it for Super NES and NES. So they're about $10 for the cheapest ones. So a lot of the sports titles I won't get. Can't tell if this is the front or the back. That's the back. Okay. So if you're going to do it, that's what I would recommend doing. Problem is you're going to keep getting the same game sent to you. Probably. Like I've gotten several Mickey Mouse Capade, gotten Fester's Quest a few times. I got a couple of Blaster Masters, I think. But I could take other games off and then add those because you're capped at 200. Yeah, I don't think those are going to ever happen, Deathmark. I don't think they send out any game that's worth more than like $15-20. I did get a $22 game once. Like the most expensive game that I've gotten at the time that I got it. For Super NES, the first Super NES game I got was Hey Punk, Are You Tough Enough? $16. Samurai Showdown, $13.50. 007, The World Is Not Enough, $13.69. Baseball Stars is a $15 game. Wow, I didn't realize that. At the time it was. Sterling Sharp Football for Super NES, $23. That's the most valuable game I've gotten, and this is my 10th month. I got Bonkers for Super NES. That was $19.95. So you're not going to get... Yeah, if you do Famicom, Super Famicom, you're going to get a lot of the bulk cheap games. Which, if you're trying to build your collection, that's fine. But I did the 10-game pack, and it's essentially $100 a month. So I need to average $10 a game for it to be worth it. I could just buy the games myself. It's nice that you don't know, and it's a blind box. And these games, any NES games I'm getting here, they're going on the prize wheel. All right. Last one. This cart actually looks pretty clean on the back. And a little label's clean. And we have Superman 64. Oh. Rouge called it. Rouge called it. Belgian Ruffles, welcome in. Superman 64 is worth $15.21. It's still worth $15.21 loose. I don't know who's paying $15 for Superman, but I got 3 of them now. So this month, total, the down month, but still I'm ahead of even. 104.60 total value. 104.60 this month. Which is okay. 104.60. We got 2 N64 games. Turok 2, Superman 64. Both of these are games they've already sent me before. The $20 ones, is it from Video Games Monthly? Or the 20 games monthly? There's a 20? I thought 10 was the biggest one they had. Did they add a 20? I have not. When did they add the Mega? The Mega wasn't there. Should I do it, guys? Should I do it for a couple months? How do I... Oh, wait a minute. If you want to sign up for the Megabox 20, you have to select at least 8 systems. You need 4 systems for the 10. You need 8 systems selected. Well, I can select maybe the Wii U and the PSP. Those, and then I can mark off the cheapest games there. The 3DS, mark off the cheapest games there. They have Sega Saturn, but only Japan. Mark off. I don't know. There's a lot of GameCube games. Well, my goal would be to mark off, like, select a console, and then when you mark off the 200 cheapest games, then it makes it to where the only game they could send you would be like a $30 game, and then they're just gonna send me games for the 4 consoles that I actually want games for, you know? Like PlayStation 3 is on the list. So if I do PlayStation 3 and mark off and the Wii U, if you're adding Wii U system, you'll have the opportunity to receive up to 1 Wii U game a month. How do I change my account setting? It won't let me. Like, there's no... I click on my account and it doesn't even give me the option here. This is stupid. Wait, Game Gear? Game Gear is not listed. Oh, it is. Wait, for the Mega Box, it says you only have to select 2 different systems. Makes you register? It won't let me... It won't let me change my subscription level. Like, I don't even see the option to cancel or anything. And there's no, like, contact us or any... how do I cancel? You have to contact them by sending an email and let them know how you want to change it. That's how you change your box type or cancel. They make you send an email. But, so we ended up with Turok 2, Superman 64, the Rocky and Bullwinkle and Friends, or Super NES cart. The rest were NES. We had Road Blasters, Legacy of the Wizard, Renegade, Rambo, Mickey Mousecapade, Swords and Serpents, and finally, Roller Games with a $1.99 sticker on it. Well, I did Wayne's World. I have not done Rocky and Bullwinkle yet. Well, those were the games for this month. Let me put them in a box. $20-game Mega Box. I doubt that it'll come with the original case. Everything I've ever gotten has been a loose cart. I've heard of people getting boxed games for Sega sometimes, but everything I've had has just been loose. Labels normally are kind of, unlike the more expensive ones, the labels are a little damaged. So yeah, I would say that disc games are probably just going to be in a sleeve. I have seen people get GameCube games in cases though. But if I do up it, I need to do 8 systems. So let's do this. And if we go to price charting and we look at the Game Gear, and I'm going to sort by price low, high to low. How many games are there for the Game Gear? Quite a few. All right, let's see. Can I do this? So 100 games in, and you're up to $10 a game. So if I do Game Gear and I mark off the 100 cheapest games, yeah, so we're up to $20.71. Star Wars for Game Gear is the 200th cheapest game. So Charlie, I am signed up for Video Games Monthly. I'm doing the 10 games a month plan. I've done it for 10 months, and I've been tracking. It's about $100 for the 10 games every month, and it's random. I get Super NES, Master System, and 64. Those are the 4 consoles I have on the list. But I went through, and you're allowed to say that you own up to 200 games on each console. So I marked off the 200 cheapest games so that way they won't send you any game that you mark off because it's already in your collection. So they have to send you games that are more valuable. And I have all the NES games. So the cheapest NES game they can send me is like an $8 or $9 game. But like this month, I added it up. It was $104. It cost me about $100. So I made $4 in value, roughly. But mainly it's just to build collection for Super NES or N64. And then any NES games I add to my prize wheel. I just learned they have a 20 game box that I can do. But to do a 20 game box, you have to say that you own 8 systems, 8 different consoles. So I was looking at the other consoles that they offer games for, and Game Gear is one of them. So if I selected Game Gear and used price charting to mark off the 200 cheapest games, then the cheapest game they could send me would be a $20 game. So they probably won't send me a Game Gear game, and instead they'll just pack in more NES games, which is fine with me because I'm cool with getting duplicates of that. The other consoles that they have, Genesis wouldn't work. They have GameCube. Now the Wii U, they'll only send you 1 game maximum, and I still have my Wii U. So if I look at the cost or price of games, and I do Nintendo, and I look up the Wii U, and I sort, there's a lot of Wii U games out there, aren't there? Maybe not. Yeah, 100 games in, you're at about $10. I would guess that I'm probably around $16. I don't know if they just launched the Mega Box or not. I'd never seen it before. They didn't have it when I signed up. So definitely Wii U, because they'll only send you one Wii U game anyway. So I do Wii U. I do. Let's look at PlayStation Portable. I actually just found my PSP. So if we do PSP, I didn't think that there was a huge library on the PSP, but I could be wrong. Yeah, this is a large library. What? There were that many PSP games? Oh, they put all the UMD movies on there too. PSP has a huge library. Yeah, 200 in on PSP, and it's like $6. So PSP is not the one to do. I mean, we can. PS3 has a bunch of games, I'm sure. But I would think PS3 games are still kind of pricey. Like, how far down do you got to go before you're $10 a game? Quite far. But there's a lot of games. Yeah, I'm just looking. It would just be US releases, though. PS3's got way too many. Sega Saturn, Japan. Yeah, so I don't think I would be able to fill in enough in order to weed out the cheap games. I mean, I could do Dreamcast. That value goes up pretty quick. So I'm at 4. I would need to add 4 more consoles. So we'd add the Game Gear. We would add the Dreamcast. We'd add the Wii U. They got PS4. They also have the GameCube. Yeah, I don't know where my Dreamcast went, but I had it. And PS4 does not ramp up in value. So I wouldn't want to do that. GameCube, maybe. I know the GameCube is pretty valuable. They probably wouldn't send too many GameCube games. Yeah, 200 games in might put me around $9. So if I were to change my plan, add those consoles in with the shipping, man, it's only like $8 cheaper per game minus shipping. So you put the shipping in, so it's probably going to be about the. If we do that, it's probably going to be about $180 a month for 20 games. That's a little more than I want to commit to. Because I'd still have to average $9 a game, and I don't think that I necessarily would. So we'll leave it alone for now. Leave it alone for now. $100 a month. I'm getting, like, so far, if we look at my monthly games, and our best month we had $122, and that was actually last month. Let me average this. Where's my calculator? So I had come on, to type with my and this is over 10 months. That's wrong. I am averaging $101.29 a month. So I've officially broken even on this endeavor. Total this month was $104. My first 2 months were bad because I had Game Boy games in there and they were sending me like $2 Game Boy games. So it was a $72 month, a $76 month, and then it's been over 100 cents. 105, 107, 111, 104, 109. Month 8, 2 months ago, $98. And then 122 the next month, way up there. They sent us 3 Super NES games. They sent us Superman 64. Superman 64 has gone up in value. This month it's $15. Last month, $12. That's the play right there, guys. Buy up every copy of Superman 64. If I would have bought 1,000 copies, I would have made $3,000. All right, let's play some piano.
Oh.
The heck? I noticed that. E. Oh, it's there. Okay. All right. I just need to do that like 20,000% faster with no mistakes. And we win. Why is that wrong? Going then. Just gotta keep doing that. And I'll start to pick it up as I go. Why is this not natural? The note. Why is it not doing it? I'm playing the right note. Did the game freeze? Nope. I don't know what happened there. Such a weird. Like my hands are all scrunched. So it's Can you tell that my brain hurts trying to do this, guys? Veritasu, welcome in. And okay, let me catch up here. Veritasu, what were you up to? So I'm getting a little bit better feeling. Like the hard part is feeling these notes here. See, that's hard to do with both hands. Oh. Oh no, no, no. So all right. Contraforce. You beat Contraforce. Contraforce. I mean, it's not Contra, but it's not terrible. And you got to the last boss of Casino Kid 2. Have I done Casino Kid 2? I know I did Casino Kid. Don't know if I've done the second one. It takes such a long time playing that game. Yeah, I did the first one. Contraforce, it's laggy. Yeah, it doesn't play very smoothly, but it's not a terrible game. But if you're going in thinking Contra, you're going to be disappointed. All right. I can almost play this. Yeah, the assist feature. Yeah. I can almost play this with two hands without looking very slowly. Oops. And it, what? Why? Nope. Art Warrior, welcome in. Yeah, Veritas, I'm kind of like I can play the song with each hand. I got to pair them up. And when you get to the end, when I'm sitting at a that's just no, it's Yep. Yep. I was without notes. Start to finish. It's called progress. Right there, guys. That's what that's called. Yeah, look at the notes. We're getting there. Baritone, welcome in. All right, let's practice these notes. Let's see if I can get through the song here. Start over. Here we go. E. Doesn't make sense. Oh, I'm way off.
Suck it, Trebek.
I was on the wrong part of the song, that's why. Man, I didn't know what was going on. Oh, messed up that note. What's that one there? All right. Let's go through it a couple more times. We've been going for like a solid hour here.
Oops.
All right, let's do a battle royale. Rouge called for one a little bit ago. All right, I haven't been paying attention to chat as much. We're trying to generate some synapses and brainwave connectivity here. Memorizing this song. Feeling it in my fingers, hips. Coming muscle memory. Yeah, hydrate too. We're taking sips of my drink. I don't have a water out here. Ooh, it's almost 10 o'clock, guys. I have to get up early tomorrow. Got a 2.5-hour drive to my uncle's property. We're gonna use the shooting range he's got out there. I gotta get up early, drive out there, and then set up, get some shooting practice in, and then come home. So it's gonna be a long day. I shouldn't stay up late. Is Pookum still going? We're gonna do a quick check just to see. I don't see him. He probably gave up. Belgian Raffles with the victory.
GG.
Well played. Take Superman 64 with me? I could shoot up one of them. I mean, I could try and punch a hole through it with... What am I bringing? I mean, I got a 7.62 by 51, right? Or is it a 7.62 NATO round? Yeah. Might go up in value with a hole through it. It'll probably disintegrate if I hit it, though. It won't poke like a clean hole through it. Remember where I put that. It's in the bottom. Anyway. Yeah, Bookums is offline. So let's see. It's Friday night. You know what that means, right? On Friday nights, I normally go over and raid our pal. I'm having trouble telling if this is just a setting on his camera or if he actually put a bunch of makeup on. Uncle Fester has returned. Proto Shield doing Pugsley's scavenger hunt. We're going to head over there. The Super NES version, though. I've done the NES version. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. I'm going to be back Tuesday. We'll be back with more piano. I have to say, watching Pookums play Bill and Ted kind of got me itching to play it a little. I haven't played it in so long now. I do have, it's a goal on the back burner, because I have the Bill and Ted speedrun record. I picked this one up. Get it out of the case here. Picked up the Game Boy version. And I was wondering, maybe I could try and learn this one. It's more like single screen puzzles. It's almost like Back to the Future 2 and 3 when you do the little mini games. Pseudo Load Runner-esque kind of mini games. The whole thing is that, I think. Like Crazy Castle, yeah. Same kind of concept. So I thought that maybe I could try and grind out a world record in that. And then there is also a DOS version of a Bill and Ted game that's like a point and click adventure type game. I think it was on, that's a computer one. So there's 3 Bill and Ted games. Oh, and Atari Lynx, that's right. Yeah. But on speedrun.com, I think there were 3 of them that I saw. I was like, man, I could do the trifecta. So I want to say that there's a PC version of the game, or DOS, or that I could try and get, and it's set up where, you know, you play it kind of like a King's Quest type game, but it's got different difficulty levels, and I think one of the boards is empty, so I could potentially just complete it on a certain difficulty and get a record time. I don't think it would be that hard to do that game once you kind of know. The Game Boy one might be kind of long, but a long-term back burner goal might be to try and do some Bill and Ted speedruns outside of the NES. Try and claim the Bill and Ted crown. But we got to get through piano first. I feel like I've made a lot of progress. I'm using 2 hands to play the notes now. I remember when I was playing Canon in D the same way, and then it just started to kind of click, and I can start to get the timing down and the rhythms and everything. And then I'll just be able to play it one of these days. Yeah, I've got the hot dog cooking. Oh yeah, it's looking good. All right, enjoy your weekend, guys. Get some playoff football watching in. Hopefully it's not terrible weather wherever you guys are. And then we'll be back Tuesday. And as always, until then, take care of yourselves and each other.